Have you ever wondered, is my boss micromanaging me, or am I just overthinking it? If you feel like you're being watched too closely, second-guessed, or stripped of independence, you might be right. In this video, I'll share 5 clear signs your boss is micromanaging you, so you'll know exactly what to look for and what it really means for your job. Micromanagement is one of the most common complaints in the workplace. It's frustrating, exhausting, and it can make you feel like you're not trusted to do your job. But here's the problem. Sometimes it's subtle. You may not even realize it's happening until you're stressed, burned out, or doubting yourself. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to recognize micromanagement, why it happens, and what it could mean for your future at work. One of the first signs is constant check-ins. A good manager sets expectations and checks progress at agreed times. But a micromanager hovers. They send endless emails, ping you on chat, or stop by your desk again and again. It sounds like, "Have you finished that yet? I'll need an update every hour." This doesn't support you. It interrupts your work and creates unnecessary pressure. Another clear sign is when your boss redoes your work, even when it's fine. Maybe you submit a report and they rewrite the whole thing, or you build a presentation and they change every slide. Feedback is normal. But if your work is constantly picked apart and never trusted as complete, it's a sign your boss doesn't believe you can deliver without their hand in everything. Micromanagers often remove your ability to make even the simplest decisions. You need approval for every little thing. Don't email that client until I review it. Don't order supplies without checking with me. Sometimes it gets extreme. I've seen jobs where employees must ask permission just to leave the building to do their work. That's not about accountability. That's control. If you feel like you can't move without clearance, you're not just being managed, you're being micromanaged. Another red flag is overly detailed instructions. Instead of giving you the goal, a micromanaging boss dictates every single step. It might sound like, open Excel, type the numbers in column A, now copy them into column B. This strips away your judgment, skills, and creativity. You weren't hired to be a robot, but micromanagement makes you feel like one. At the core of micromanagement is lack of trust. If your boss questions every choice, double-checks your hours, or assumes you'll fail unless they hover, that's not leadership. It's surveillance. In some extreme cases, managers literally sit in their cars outside the office to watch if employees arrive exactly on time or leave a minute early. That's not about guidance. That's about control. And over time, this lack of trust destroys morale. It makes you feel like you'll never measure up, no matter how good your work is. So why do bosses micromanage? Sometimes it's insecurity. They don't trust themselves as leaders. Sometimes it's pressure. They're being micromanaged from above. And sometimes it's simply a toxic style of control. But here's what matters. It's not a reflection of your skills. Micromanagement is about their management style, not your competence. If you realize you're being micromanaged, here are some strategies. Build trust with updates. Proactively share progress so they don't feel the need to chase you down. Clarify expectations. Ask, what does success look like for you? This shifts the focus to outcomes, not micromanaged steps. Set boundaries. If interruptions are constant, try, I'll update you at the end of the day so I can stay focused now. Document patterns. Keep a record if micromanagement starts to harm your work or mental health. Decide when it's too much. If nothing changes, you may need to escalate or reconsider whether this environment is sustainable. So how do you know if your boss is micromanaging you? The signs are clear. Constant check-ins, redoing your work, no decision-making power, overly detailed instructions, and a lack of trust or respect. If you found this video helpful, subscribe to Work Answers for more workplace survival strategies. And make sure to watch the next video. Why am I being investigated at work without proof? Unsubstantiated investigations explained. Where we'll uncover why companies do it and how you can protect yourself.